In sneakers, why fix what isn't broken? And by broken, I mean just reach into the archives, pull out a retro runner, slap a new tonal colorway, and you have a hit. That's exactly what Nike has with the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 and Sail in light Orewood brown for women. Of course, I love the colorway. We'll dive into that, but this has taken sneakers by storm. Retro runners, they are having a moment. I was patient in going after the Vomero 5. I missed out on a colorway I desperately wanted. This then release still took my time and got this under retail. The Nike Zoom Vomero 5 is said to bridge the gap for fashion and functionality. It certainly does that. Now, I love how lightweight the upper is. That's based on the materials used. You have mesh and synthetic leather on the upper with TPU overlaid as well. Now, that will be all throughout the upper. It doesn't matter if it's the vamp, the toe box, the mid-guard, eye stays, doesn't matter. You have a mix of sail and then the light Orewood brown colorway, and we also have 3M hits all along the upper. Now, this specific colorway is part of the Bowerman series. You can see the tag on the insole here. So a really nice subtle touch. It's not doing too much whatsoever. You don't receive additional laces, just the stock laces that come with the sneaker themselves. Now, you may be shocked because yes, this was a below retail pickup on StockX. I haven't shopped on that platform in so long, but the sneaker at the cost for me, $121 when it was all said and done, $151. The retail cost for the Vomero 5 for women is $160. So I'm extremely happy with the overall cost of the sneaker, but then also just seeing them in hand, they certainly deliver the retro look that they're intended to. So how about on foot? Comfort is a major reason retro runners are back in style for any and everyone, and that's certainly true with the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 because the Zoom Air technology in the midsole, it makes for a comfortable fit. Now, if you're someone like me and you're a big fan of, say, the New Balance 2002R, I own a few pairs of those, and this is right on par with the comfort, and I also love the breathability of these. Perfect for spring and summer. So again, it delivered on what I hoped it would in terms of being a really comfortable fit on foot. Now for sizing, I went up a half size. If you like a tighter fit, I would say go true to size, but the half size up works for me. 3 quick looks for the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 and the Sail in light Orewood. So let's start on the left. We are nearing the end of the off season for the WNBA, and I can't wait. Draft season, I'm ready for it all. Wearing the Playa Society set with the cream or off-white hoodie with the sweatshorts as well. All team logos done in orange, but you guys already know it's always about the Las Vegas Aces for me. And then in the middle, so we're moving from relaxed to more of an athleisure look. The Gymshark woven pants, women's, the Fear of God Essentials crew neck in the moss colorway. You guys probably forgot about that because it has been so long. And then the Jordan women's vest in this olive colorway. And then finally something a little more casual. So H&M wide leg slacks, the lace crop underneath, the brown leather jacket to top it all off for 3 looks. So finally, the second pair of sneakers added to the collection in 2024 for me, and it was actually a 2023 drop, because if you caught my recent video, the Saucony Grid Shadow 2 Bodega Jaunt Woven, that fell through both times on both websites, but you know what? Not crying about the L, because I'm very excited to have this pair, and this was another one that stayed on my mind just in terms of the silhouette, but then also the colorway. I love the original debut we saw, I believe in 2022, with the women's oatmeal pair. That just spread like wildfire in terms of really kickstarting the love for the Vomero 5. And as I stated earlier on in the video, not that this is a brand new sneaker to debut. No, they came out and I believe it was 2010, 2011, and then we saw them pop back up in 2019, but there still wasn't a lot of love. It certainly wasn't like the fanfare you have right now, and that just goes to show you sometimes you just have to spin the block a couple of times in terms of timing, and they have really just struck at the right time. The retro runner is in, and a lot of brands are proving that innovation isn't truly necessary, and that was a whole separate video I was going to do, but I think it's just being shown from ASICS, from New Balance, from Nike, from Adidas. You can reach into your archive, and if it's a time in which, I don't know, like the lifestyle like originals are hitting, then fine, fine, put those out. If the retro runners are hitting them, fine, put those out. That's what every brand is doing right now. I think New Balance may have really taken off with that because the 2002R had its moment, 1906, and now you have the Vomero 5 having its moment. So between everybody I saw, posting about them, they continued to stay on my timeline. I'm like, okay, I'm loving what I see, but I was a little bit more patient. There were other things that were dropping a little bit more of a priority. But when it came down to it now, if a pair takes up real estate in my mind for longer than a few months, that means there's something there and special. Now, what I love, I'm staying on track. 121 was the actual cost of the sneaker on StockX after fees, taxes, and shipping. 151 total. The retail price of this sneaker is 160, and I didn't necessarily want to pay that, even though that is a reasonable price compared to the 200, 215, 225 we're seeing now for sneakers. I mean, don't be shocked if the average cost is really 200 across the board, and at that point, some people will certainly start to pull back, and I don't blame you. You really need to be able to find the worth and value for you and how you will use that sneaker and how it relates to your style once we get past, I believe, like that $160 dollar amount, and that's what will happen once we get past the Vomero 5. And yeah, I have it here behind me, but I also have the 2002R behind me, also in more of this sale colorway. So you can see kind of the similarities in terms of the style, what they can bring, the tonal palettes. Of course, that speaks to me. Now, I don't know how true this is, but on Soul Retriever, they actually say that there is an expiration date for the Nike Zoom Vomero 5. They stated, insiders shared that the tentative plan is to phase out the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 and begin pushing the Nike Pegasus 05 come summer of 2024. While this is the current plan, Nike could always extend this. So I'm not here to create FOMO or, a mad say there needs to be a mad rush for you to go and get a Vomero 5 if you don't have it. That's not what I'm saying at all. If you're interested in this shoe, continue to be interested for the right reasons for you. Browse around. I haven't been on StockX in forever, but you know what? To have a very easy process, really appreciate that. Picked them up below retail. So browse around, find colorways that maybe you like and speak to you if it's in the budget and you love them and you can see yourself wearing them immediately. That needs to be the thing. Are you going to put this shoe to use immediately? If not, then I don't know that I can bother with buying shoes that I'm not going to wear. I'm still in this process of cleaning out the closet right now because of those mistakes I made in the past. So I'm also going to try to do my best to not just pile up and pile up and pile up a style just because I happen to love it. I've done that in the past, and again, I'm trying to do better and learn from my ways. So you're not going to see a ton of Vomero 5s just pop up. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this Sail Light Orewood pair here that I have. I am really interested to hear your thoughts, though, on the Nike Zoom Vomero 5. Is it something that you appreciate now? Did you also love it in 2019? Maybe even when it first debuted, like in the early 2010s? Or are you just not a fan of retro runners and maybe something else is your style? Be sure to comment that in the comment section of this video here. Truly appreciate you tuning in. Nothing crazy. I understand this is not a hype pair, but it is something I'm happy to have in the collection. Second pickup of 2024. Thank you for tuning in. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.